just to get back home.
Wow, that was a fun intro. Hey guys, oh wow, that is not exciting at all. I was just like, hey. Hey guys, it's Kayla. If there's like hair sticking out, you know, I can't help it. My hair just hates me today. Welcome back to my channel. How have you been? Yeah, take a seat. Let's talk. Today I was going to tell you guys like the pros and cons of living in Hawaii 2017 version, because it's 2017 and I live in Hawaii. But it might be different for other islands. Like, I don't want to say that this is the same for every island, because I've literally only been on Maui. Like, I've only lived on Maui, so I do not know what it's like on the Big Island or Honolulu or anything like that. So just take my advice for Maui version. If you're thinking about moving anywhere else, any other island that is, definitely talk to an expert. Wait, let me bring it back. Let me start the story from the beginning. My family's lived here for about 3 years. They moved here 3 years ago. I want to say 3 or 4 years ago maybe. And when they initially first decided they were going to move down here, I moved with them. And when we first moved down here, we were actually on the other side of the island, down in Kihei. And I hated it. I lived there for 3 months down in Kihei, and I hated it, and I never wanted to come back here, and it was too hot. I never left my apartment. It was like because we moved like at the beginning of summer, so like summer in Hawaii is like, you know, you're gonna die, the scorched trials kind of thing going on. So like I never left the apartment. I hated it. You know, I wasn't used to it. So I moved out and lived on my own, came back around 7 months ago, and they live down in Lahaina, which is on the other side of the island. And it's way more cooler down here, and plus it's not summer yet, so maybe I'll just like want to die this summer, I don't know. But it's like really amazing. I don't know why I hated it. Thinking back now, when I think I hated it so much, I don't know why I hated it as much. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things I do not like about living on Maui, but we will get to that. So, to start off, you've got to understand that living on an island, it's like, you know, island life. It's a totally different lifestyle than the mainland, which I actually love the mainland like lifestyle. I like fast-paced. I'm a city kind of person. I love, like, you know, being able to go on road trips through states and states and states, and so being trapped on this island definitely like affects that. You know everybody you run into, like you really do. You know like all the locals here. I probably know so many people. You just know them because you just see them every day, so it's just like, because I do work in a more touristy area, I do see newer people a lot. But I mean, if I were to go in like to town, if I went into town, I would definitely see a lot of people that I know. For some reason we get a lot of Canadian tourists down here. But if you were to stay away from the touristy areas, and you know, it's definitely more of a like slow, okay, how do I say this? Living on an island is kind of like, it's kind of like living in a small town that a lot of people want to visit, but if you stay away from the, you know, places people want to visit, then it's really just like living in a small town and seeing the same people every day. And I don't know, I mean, every time I've ever lived here, like ever moved or anything, I've always lived right across the street from the beach, which is nice, you know. But I mean, the thing about Hawaii is that it's so humid. Wow, I feel like, should I be saying this in this, or should I just be going on a rant about it? I don't know. But Hawaii is very, very humid, so it's not like, you know, oh, something like this, like if I wanted to like put my hair down and like straighten it, I could spend like hours straightening it and like make it look real nice, and then I could leave outside and it could be like, just like in seconds, like poof, like afro. So I really hate that, but I mean, eventually you get used to it and you don't even try with your hair anymore. You just give up until one day I'm going to be on the mainland again, and I'm going to be like, oh my god, my hair actually stays down. What is this? You have to get used to the weather. I think eventually, if you're here long enough, I mean, you get used to hot weather. You're like, I don't know, what did they say? They said like your blood or something, like temperature gets used to the heat or something like that. Kind of like if you lived in Alaska, it probably gets used to the cold or something like that. But yeah, you get used to the heat. It just becomes an everyday thing. It's not like you're gonna wake up and have snow, you know. You just kind of know every day it's gonna be hot. I think living in Hawaii is definitely something everyone should try out once in their life. And I guess that's kind of like, this is my once in my life, you know, kind of free trial. Like, I don't like being cut off. I feel like I'm cut off from like the rest of the world. Like, I'm over here and everybody's like over there. There's a lot of things that are great about it though. I mean, it's so expensive. Living in Hawaii is so expensive. I can't even tell you. Rent is insane. Food is crazy. Gas is crazy. Although, you know, you don't really drive. You can't drive that far. So like gas kind of adds up to the same, because like if you're on the mainland, you got cheap gas, but you drove for like hours, you know. Where are we gonna drive in circles on the island? Like, so it kind of adds up, I guess. But you know, food's still really crazy expensive because they have to like ship it from the mainland to here. And also about shipping, like shopping online is the worst thing ever. I mean, first off, if you find some really cute boots that's like $5 or something, or not boots, but like if you find some $5 item that you're like, oh, this is so amazing, I'm gonna buy it. But then it's like, oh, you live in Hawaii, well, it's gonna be $60 shipping, and you're like, okay, this is like a $5 item. And then sometimes they won't even ship to Hawaii at all, so, you know, you gotta really watch out for that. A lot of, what are they called? Like, they're like little lizards or something like that. I don't know what you call them. Yeah, you'll find them everywhere. Like, they'll get in your house, they'll be on your door, they'll be down the sidewalk. Sometimes you'll find them in your cabinets, and they're just like, I don't want to say lizards, but like, I forgot what they were called, but they're just like these little tiny little, like, looks like a lizard, I guess. I don't know what they are. Well, I'm gonna sound so stupid when I remember what it's called. But they just kind of like, they don't harm you. They just kind of like go everywhere on the island. They're everywhere. Maui doesn't have snakes, which is awesome. When I go on hikes, I'm not afraid of getting bit. I'm always, I don't know why, I'm really weird like that. Like, when I would go on hikes on the mainland, I'd just be like, oh my gosh, there's like a snake's gonna come out of like the bushes from nowhere and just bite my foot. Like, so I don't have to worry about that here. But I don't know, there's hotels everywhere you look. I have like 3 hotels across from where I live. I mean, if you're a local, then you get like a discount at most like touristy places because, you know, you live here. So that's nice. The thing about the beaches is you have to know what beach to go to, because if you went to the beach at Whalers Village, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, if you went today, like right now, what is it? Well, it's 11:49. I guess, yeah, even if you went like right now, Whalers Village Beach, like, it's gonna be so full that like you would hate your life, because like there's gonna be so many tourists. So you have to know what beaches to go to, I guess. The beach across the street from me, well, like I said, there's like hotels across the street from me, so like there's still kind of like tourists down there. I don't know. You'd have to like know what beach. Also, there's like volcanoes you can visit, which are pretty cool. But I mean, if I was to sit down and someone was like, I'm really thinking about moving to Maui, I would just be like, you gotta know what you're in for. Because Maui's a great place to like experience life for a couple years if you want it. But at the same time, if you're like me, I don't know, I feel like I like it. I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. Like, I live in Maui, it's beautiful, you know. But I don't know, I just kind of miss like the city. So I think maybe if there's a place, if there's somebody like me who doesn't like small towns as much, is more as a city person, I would say move to the Big Island, because that's really all I know about the Big Island, is that it's just like a big city. It's more fast-paced, which is exactly what I love. I think living in Maui is amazing, but they definitely don't tell you some things. I remember when I first thought about it, like 3 years ago, when my family was moving down here, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm moving to Maui. And I thought so many things about it. I was like, it's gonna be amazing, you know. I don't know why in my head everything was just gonna be like so much fun. But I mean, it's fun if you make it fun, but it's a lifestyle that you have to really like adapt to. It's not something, you know, people are gonna be really used to, I guess. I like it, you know, I'd have to say I like it, but there's so many pros and cons to it. Like I'm saying, yeah, pros and cons. I feel like I've kind of flipped. I've given you some good cons and pros, right? I just haven't really put it into like a list or anything. If you like the beach, you gotta realize you're gonna get bored. You're gonna get sick of it. You're gonna get so sick of it. I mean, it's there every day. You're here every day. You know, eventually you're gonna be one day, you're gonna be like, I don't want to go to the ocean. Unless you're like a surfer or something like that. I've never learned to surf in my life. So I wouldn't really know how to go about that. Menus are different. It's really weird because like McDonald's, I don't even eat McDonald's, but McDonald's on like the mainland has like, you know, a normal McDonald's menu, but like here in Hawaii, McDonald's has like, they give you like ham, or they can give you like some steamed rice, and I'm like, this is McDonald's? Like, what the heck? I guess it's like a Hawaiian version or something. Here's a big thing. Here's a big con. Here's a big con. When I first moved down here, I used to be obsessed with the 4 for $4 from Wendy's. Yeah, here in Hawaii it's 4 for $5, so 4 things for $5 instead of 4 things for $4. because it's $1 extra because I guess it's a little more convenient because it's in Hawaii. So that was really big frustrating for me. The filtered water here in Hawaii is not good at all. You have to buy like packaged water, or like they have like water stores where you can like bring jugs and like fill up like filtered good water, good drinking water. Like you can't drink the, you don't want to, I mean you can, but you don't want to drink the filtered water here. It's really gross. Or the filtered water, you don't want to drink the sink water here. It's really gross. You can always have your windows wide open. I mean, you never have to worry about it getting cold or rainy or anything. You really have to learn sunblock. Okay, so I met this lady who lived on the island, she's lived on the island for like 5 years, and she told me like you have to basically bathe in sunblock like all the time. She pointed at her leg and she was literally like, oh, right there. She was like, yeah, that's where I got my skin cancer from sitting in the sun too much, because she's like, because I've just lived here. And so that scared the hell out of me. So now every day I like literally just like if I'm going outside, I'm bathing in sunblock because I do not want like skin cancer. Like that scares me so much because it can get really hot, especially like where I work, because I work kind of like outside. Like I said, you just have to get used to the weather. Like it's insane. People think it's like awesome. Okay, here's the difference. Okay, it's awesome to come down here for a week. Like I'm sure when you came down here for a week and stayed in a hotel and went to a beach and you were like, oh my gosh, this is life, sipping pina coladas, thinking, oh my god, this is Hawaii, why can't I just stay here forever? But like it's not like that. Like that's when you vacation, unless you're like rich and you can live that every day. When you live here, it's such a different story than vacationing. Like, it's so different. I can't even explain that to people. Like, tourists say that to me all the time. They're always like, oh, I wish I could stay. And I'm just like, yeah, you would get sick of it. Like, you really will. It just seems so awesome when you vacation. Wow. I don't even know if this, like, helped you or if I'm just, like, ranting about Hawaii. I don't want it to make it seem like I'm complaining, you know. I'm blessed to have this experience here. I feel like there's so many pros and cons to it, and I wish somebody would like make this video for me before I moved down here, so I could have watched it and been like, okay, and then kind of reconsidered. So if you're thinking about it, if you're not, if you just want to know, yeah, that's how it is. I mean, if you want me to do like a Hawaii vlog or like show you around, comment below or give me a like or something and let me know. I mean, I can totally do that. I didn't know if you guys would like that, because it's not like much I could do. I mean, I could go to the beach, I could go into town. I don't know. Just let me know what you guys want to see and I will do that for you. And I hope that somehow you watch this video and it gave you some type of Hawaii living clarification. Thanks for watching. The name's Michaela. You already know that. See you in a couple days. Love you.